Welcome to Leadership Tips. I'm Susan Stamm, the author of 42 Rules of Employee Engagement, and today I'd like to talk about rule number 12, sharing builds community. I have a vision of workplace as community. Here's a definition for the word community. People living, and we'll substitute working, in one place, practicing common ownership. Let me repeat. People working in one place, practicing common ownership. How often have I heard CEOs, leaders, and managers saying they were looking for some owner-like behavior in the workplace? But I must warn you to be careful what you ask for, because leaders must be willing to change their own behavior to facilitate owner-like behavior on their teams. And for many leaders, this is a shift in their leadership style, and it can be pretty frightening. To get this kind of behavior, you'll need to practice the art of common ownership that we heard about in the definition. In other words, you need to give up some control. You need to stop hoarding information. You need to share the plan and hopefully include others in the creation of the plan. To get common ownership, you also need to share events that are impacting your company, even when it's bad news that you might be afraid to discuss. You need to invite people into decision-making and problem-solving. And finally, you need to get folks in on the ground floor of your change initiatives. According to Dick Axelrod, author of Terms of Engagement, 75% of all change initiatives fail because the organizations still practice the old kind of change management, where just a few people, usually the people at the top, get together and decide on the plan. Then they try, most often unsuccessfully, to sell it to the organization. Even when these change initiatives have a clear benefit to employees and to the organization, more often than not, they fail. People want to be included. And why would you want to miss the benefit of having more minds and perspectives as you build new products, new processes, and new methods? Dick Axelrod's book proposes a new kind of change management, which gets everyone that should be involved. You cannot get owner-like behavior when your leadership style and practices disallow it. Perhaps you feel people are not ready, but when will they be ready if they never get any experience? In his book called Community, Peter Block says that as a leader, your most important task is to confront people with their own personal freedom. Without taking a chance on others and encouraging them to take a risk and grow, we cannot reach community. Here's my call to action for today's rule. Find one thing, just one, that you can share. Allow others to own this with you. Give up the control. Get others' input and involvement. Participate as an observer as much as possible. See if this experience gives you the confidence to increase your sharing behavior with your team. Today's leadership tip has been brought to you by the Team Approach. Check out the 42 Rules button on our website at teamapproach.com for a template to help you discuss and act on Rule 12 and for other resources to create engagement on your team.